Hi, I'm Jenn Nucum, and I'm here with the other team to talk about my song 5 Year Plan from Top to Bottom.
Am I even alive between 9 to 5? When I'm slaving away in overtime, just another pawn for capitalist schemes, another gear in a corporate machine.
So, this song starts off with a bright, punchy intro with what I like to call happy chords, but it's immediately countered with a sad opening line that goes, "Am I even alive between 9 to 5 or when I'm slaving away in overtime?" So, right away, it catches the listener's attention with something they might be able to relate to, and that is of being trapped in the unforgiving cycle of work and being overworked. The second half of this first verse clarifies and proclaims, "I'm just another pawn for capitalist schemes, another gear in a corporate machine." So, when it comes to my songwriting, particularly for this track, I decided not to add any lyrical fluff. I wanted to be as direct as possible about something that affects all of us to the point where, in some cases, it's become revered as the hustle or grind culture. And with this song, I want listeners to rethink the concept of work and who you're working for and whom or what your labor ultimately benefits.
What if I wanted more to undo the tether and settle the score between what I need and what I want? This 5-year plan just weighs me down. This 5-year plan just weighs me down.
So the second verse is calling in personal needs versus wants or desires when it comes to why you have a job or why you do a certain kind of work. Is it because you've been groomed to pursue that type of job, or is it something you really want to do? And this is a part of the song where you'll hear this 5 year plan just weighs me down. And a 5 year plan is an economic growth method of planning in order to fulfill a quota. So, for example, how much work needs to be done, or how many products need to be sold in order to make X amount of dollars in 5 years. So, the value of human labor and workers' outputs is factored in and measured against a 5 year plan. No matter what organization, company, or institution you work for. So that's what that verse is about.
Consequence of handsome dividends lining the pockets of rich imperialists. Wouldn't that measure my worth by how much I get done? Not the value of what I do.
So we've been raised and wired to believe that if we work hard, we'll be rewarded. But we weren't taught much about questioning why and how our bodies and mental health are being compromised. How are we being exploited? And the bridge of the song ultimately pulls back the veil on capitalism and greed, which is the whole premise of the song, really. And the first half of the bridge goes, life is a consequence of handsome dividends lining the pockets of rich imperialists. So, this section of the song is a simplified way of saying we all suffer from capitalism, demonstrated by the rising cost of living, and the idea that we all need to work in some and climb some sort of ladder in order to keep up. This part of the bridge also explains that capitalism was invented by generations of people and usurpers obsessed with building empires and conquering the world, as a way to ensure they secure their place at the top of that proverbial pyramid or societal food chain. Lots of words, I know. The end of the bridge goes, I've learned how to measure my worth by how much I get done and not the value of what I do. So that speaks for itself. I've had to question what my work is worth because I worked myself to the ground to the point of burnout, trying to justify working late and weekends, and getting no sleep, just to meet someone else's quota or expectation of me in my corporate working life. The main message of 5-year plan is to question the systems in which you perform your work. The secondary message of this song is quit your job. If it's your mental health that's suffering, if your body can't take it, and especially if your workplace culture is filled with toxic coworkers and bosses, and you don't feel safe or you don't feel like yourself, hand in your resignation and leave because you deserve better. So thank you for watching and listening. I'm Jenn Nucum, and that was my song 5-Year Plan from top to bottom. You can check it out from my EP. It's called Get Better, which you can find on Spotify, Apple Music, Bandcamp, and all the platforms where you stream your music. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Jenn Nucum.